And that's half time. And we're all square. Ducks all round. So the CAF Champions League semi-final first legs have come and gone, and the picture of who will be contesting the big final is as murky as ever. So, what went down? What went right? What went wrong? And who has the upper hand at half time? Hi, I'm the Football Otaku and welcome to this video. And this video I will be reviewing the two CAF Champions League semi-final first legs. If you guys are liking the content, of course, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow upon this journey with me as we go all the way to the final in June. I will also be uploading or trying to upload all sorts of videos from elsewhere. So if you guys want any other suggestions or any other topics, I'll put them down in the comment section and maybe I'll touch on them. But anyway, that's for then. This is now. So let's start. Starting with, well, that was underwhelming. Well, it was always going to be tight. I mean, that's what Sundowns vs Al Ahly was billed as. It was going to be tight. It was always going to be down to moments, and it didn't really come for Sundowns. I mean, for all of their resources, for all of the ball position, they didn't really create anything of substance. I mean, they only had one shot on target all game, and that is really, really disappointing, especially at home, especially in a game of this magnitude. I mean, I did laud them in the last round against Esperance, where they didn't overextend themselves, didn't get a little too excited, and didn't really expose themselves that much at the back. But this time, they didn't extend themselves at all. They didn't really. It was Al Ahly who was the ones who was really playing the football. I mean, Grady Shaw, the Slovenian striker, had a fantastic header which came off the post. They had Grady Shaw again scoring, but it would be ruled out for offside, and Ben Sharkey, who was a late substitute, would come on, score, but again that would be ruled out for offside thanks to VAR. All three of them rightfully so, but it was Al Ahly who were the more adventurous, the more who wanted to win, and the more sort of hungrier of the two sides. I mean, you could also tell by the crowd atmosphere that the crowd tend to die down a little, especially when the Sundowns were playing. Like, it didn't really how can I really say this? It didn't really give the intensity that they would have wanted in a game of this magnitude, and Al Ahly at times felt pretty comfortable sitting back, and you could tell by the end of the match, Marcel Koller and his men were very happy to walk away with the draw. For also some of Miguel Cardoso's post-game comments talking about how the Sundowns fans didn't show out for the crowd, the crowd didn't really show out, is not very good. I mean, in a game like this, in a game where you've had a pretty disappointing performance, to say something like that with your fans is not a very wise thing to say. The biggest cheer came for when Themba Zwane came on. I mean, someone who's been out with a devastating injury since October, returning to the pitch. But will it be too soon for him to come back? A game of this magnitude, going away to Cairo, hasn't had any sort of match fitness to come back in a Champions League semi-final is a very, very big call for the Brazilians to make. Will he be on the starting lineup in the second league? Will he make an impact? Will he be on the bench? So it's going to be very interesting times ahead. But for Al Ahly, it was a very good result. In a game of this magnitude, a very, very good result for them to take home to Cairo, and they'll definitely back themselves in front of what is now confirmed going to be a full 75,000 seater Cairo International Stadium. They'll definitely back themselves in front of their crowd, knowing that they can get the goals that will seal this tie. But Sundowns as well are a pretty dangerous side as well. They're a team that have been able to get the opportunities and the goals to see the tie off. I mean, remember, this is a Sundowns team that have won in Cairo or has received positive results against Al Ahly in Egypt in the past, but this is going to be different. Sundowns are going to be playing against history. This will be their fifth knockout stage visit to Al Ahly, and they've lost on the all previous 4 visits. In 2001 they lost 3-0. In 2019 they lost 1-0. In 2020 and 2021 they lost 2-0 both times. So the Brazilians will have to do something they've never done before, which is avoid defeat in Cairo, and not most likely have to score in order to achieve that result. It's not going to be easy, but it's still very tight, very fascinating, and it will be definitely one hell of a game to watch. It'll definitely be better. It'll definitely be better than what we got on Saturday. I feel Sundowns will definitely be better. They'll be much more open. Well, for Al Ahly, they'll definitely be much more open, feeling that they can win the tie. So it may only be half time, but I feel this will be better. But for the day itself, not very good for Sundowns. Those were warning shots. I mean, I always knew that this tie was going to be the tie that was going to be a lot more open. If Sundowns v Al Ahly was going to be a chess match, this was going to be a straight shootout. Two sides who are very innovative, very forward-thinking, very attacking, very much relish these big game moments. Oh yeah, this was going to be fireworks. And although we may not have had goals in this one, we definitely do have stuff to talk about. But those talking points were more provided by the visitors from Egypt than the home side. I mean, Pirates did well. They did their own. They created well enough chances, but the most memorable moments fell for Pyramids. I mean, Fiston Mayele, although he didn't score, was definitely one of the big catalysts for what happened on the night. He was one of the main characters and definitely played his role as the main character very well in this match. I mean, his goal just before halftime very unluckily ruled out for offside, rightfully so. I mean, yes, he puts the ball in the back of the net, but Mbogazi, his header, it comes off from Mbogazi. Mbogazi has no intent to play the ball back. He intends to play the ball forward, which more or less comes off him unintentionally, and Mayele puts it away for what looked like 1-0 until the ref calls it back for offside. That was a warning shot, and later Pyramids would definitely have more opportunities. I mean, Dion Hotto with a very lazy back pass, and Dino van Rooyen busting several guts and maybe collapsing his liver to go all the way back and block what would have been a potential goal for the team from Egypt. I mean, that was definitely one of the moments that will define this tie. Fantastic work ethic from Dino van Rooyen to stop that attack and stop that effort. Pyramids would put the ball in the back of the net again, but again, rightfully so, it was rolled out for offside. A ball coming in from the corner, the header, and then it comes off Sadiq's arm. Now, a lot of people are wondering why this was, well, not a lot of people, but I know a lot of people complaining as to why this was not given. In the rules, it states that, you know, if the ball comes off any of the attacking players, it is deemed offside, whether intentional or not. And I mean, it comes off his hand, it's unintentional, but I mean, it had to be given at that point as no goal. And of course, the Pyramids coach, he doesn't really take the decision very well. I mean, no, he didn't even take the first decision very well. He demonstrates with the referee and he gets himself carded. Whether he'll be on the bench for the second leg will be left to be seen, but that was probably, in my point of view, Pirates' weakest performance of the Champions League so far. I mean, it was a game where they did have some opportunities, they do have some of the ball, but they weren't creating enough clear-cut opportunities or enough sort of chances for them to move the scoreboard more than Pyramids did. I felt Pyramids were the much better side in terms of attacking edge, impetus, and even quality of chances. They were the much greater threat, and all this without Ibrahim Adel, who's one of their star players who was missing for this match. There'll be a race against time to get him fit for the second leg, but he could be back then. If he misses the first leg, he'll definitely be back for the second leg. I feel, well, he'll definitely have a good chance of being back for the second leg. So I felt that Pyramids were very unlucky to not get a goal in South Africa, knowing that they'll have to win this at home. One of the very interesting dynamics will be the fact that Pirates are a very good side away from home. Remember, they've scored some very crucial wins away from home, beating CR Belouizdad, Belouidia Club de Alger, and even Al Ahly, all away from home in Africa. But here's the problem: all three of those games, they had to face very hostile home crowds that were very much against them, home crowds that were very much antagonistic. Against Pyramids, they're going to be facing a team that doesn't really have a strong fan base. I mean, the game might as well be played behind closed doors, and they don't really have a lot of fans. So for Pirates, it'll be a very awkward situation playing such a match of such magnitude, a Champions League semi-final second leg, the deciding second leg, but playing it with no fans. So it'll be very interesting to see how Pirates handle the second leg, or how Pirates will tackle the second leg. For Pyramids, on the other hand, they know they can score goals at home, and that's what will be the big concern for Pirates, is they're going to have to be very, very careful. I mean, we all saw FAR Rabat made some bad mistakes, and this Pyramid side have shown those were warning shots in Johannesburg. You make any of those bad mistakes, you make any missteps, they will punish you badly. So it'll be very interesting to see what goes down in the second leg on Friday night for Pirates and Pyramids. It will be a very, very tight game to call. And that's it. That's the first leg wrap in the books. Of course, we'll all be watching the second legs together, but of course, why don't you slide down in the comments, tell me what was your moment of the round? Was it offside? Was it not offside? Did VAR help or harm you? And who do you think will be in the final, and what will happen in those second legs? It'll make very interesting viewing, very interesting watching, and you know I'll be back here next week to break down everything that happened in those two games. But until then, it's been your boy, the Football Otaku, and always remember, real football always wins. Check you on the flip side. Deuces. Bye.